All right, lovely, lovely. All right, we are set. We are solid. Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Um, yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Once again, we're gonna be reading Jujutsu Kaisen 222. Very hype chapter. Sorry for the technical difficulties again, and we'll wait for a couple more people to hang out in the chat. And we do want to let you guys know, Happy Mother's Day, of course. Shout out to all the mothers out there, including never mind, I was about to say something crazy. But hey Taj, is that a Celtics hat?
This is Charlotte Knights.
Charlotte Knights. Are you really
Come
a
on, bro.
Charlotte Knights fan?
Come on, bro. I'm a Charlotte nigga. That's what I am.
All right, bet. What about you, Phil? How you been? You been good, bro?
Yeah, I'm chilling, bro.
Okay, that's
Cool,
good.
bro. I just got back.
Nate look like he's stressing, man. You okay, my guy?
I'm tired, bro.
I feel you,
I'm
man.
good though. I'm chilling.
All right, that's good, bro. But yeah, man, we go start with this Jujutsu Kaisen chapter. Um, yeah, we really about to just dive right in, man. So y'all go ahead, put some comments in the chat, and we're gonna start. Is it okay if I read the first page?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Uh,
for sure.
all right, bet. All right, my deepest apologies. I was unable to find the last finger. I shall accept whatever punishment you deem necessary. It's fine. Sotaro Gojo has the last one. Oh, he does. Well, probably. In order to postpone the boy's execution, he proposed to the higher ups that they wait until the boy ate all of my fingers. But he didn't just sit around and do nothing. He bet he's been holding I bet he's been holding one of my fingers, putting the death sentence on an indefinite hold. Gojo, shamed. Can you switch the joints so that our faces are big? Um, Gojo shamed me in front of Sukuna for the second time. Err. Even with reverse curse technique, the wound still hurts. Don't worry, I can compensate for one digit. Mummification? Did Kinjaku, or rather Tengen, do this ironically? Or Kogone, 19 days have passed. Is this 19 days from the the opening of Gojo Seal?
Yeah.
Oh, this is?
Um,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
hold on,
So
bro.
so
I think
there
you
so
took
there was a
the
time
whole.
skip. So
I
this is
think this
after.
is the
Yeah.
no,
Oh, this
no, no,
might. I
no.
don't
This
know
is
what this
like
is. This
no.
might be
I
a
think that
flashback. Like this little part right here. I don't know what this is.
This
Cause he's
this
talking
19
to
days.
somebody.
Remember,
Well, yeah, oh, shit. Whoops.
every 19 days, if somebody doesn't enter the colony, they lose their technique and die.
Okay. So
What it-
this isn't a time skip. The Culling game's still going on.
oh yeah, no, wait,
No,
no,
this
no,
is a
no.
time skip in the calling games.
Oh,
It's
okay.
definitely a
Time
time
skip in the
skip.
Culling. Okay, bet. All right, go back up a little bit, Phil. And if you guys want to read, let me know. I don't want to be the only nigga reading. All right.
Oh, you can read, bro. I don't
All
mind.
right, Kogone. 19 days have passed. How many players who never entered a colony have died from curse technique removal? 61. Shall I display them? No, thank you. Did they fear killing or being killed? No, I doubt their reasons were so instinctual. After all, the rules that oh my God, Higuruma added allowed them to avoid both. The people of this country believe reality is stable, even though their lives are always on the a brink of ruin. Bless you,
thank you, thank you.
my zucchini brother. Hey Taj, you want to take over?
Well, you're supposed to say popcorn and say the
Oh,
name, boys.
popcorn Taj. Let me throw you in. Put me in,
Not,
coach.
not everyone has the courage to risk their lives, but if someone places them in danger, they have no choice but to act. With no hope for the present or the future, they're willing to die at any time. I despise people who never know the feeling of
Oh
approaching
shit,
their
my fault.
ideals step by step. I'm talking to you, Tengen. Now it's just the three of us, huh? Well, there's one who isn't fully recovered yet. Yeah, I thought Nanami was the type to survive no matter what. I'm sorry. What do you have to be sorry for, Ijichi? I thought you were implying why did he die and not me? Is your opinion of me that low? You still have a big job to do, so stay sharp. Ino has something to say about Nanami. Hmm? Mm. Popcorn down low.
Popcorn down. Ooh.
Dom Leward.
All right. Satoru Gojo versus Ryoma Sukuna in the flesh. Before there were betting matches at shady arenas that were barely legal according to Jujutsu regulations. After the change in regulations and the aftermath of the Shibuya incident, even upstanding citizens are watching. It brings in 5 billion in pay-per-view orders and that pay-per-view orders and that doesn't even include the gambling. I've never been more thankful for my curse technique. Sis, now we can fire up the crows. First off, this nigga, Yuji.
Usually using that Jiu-Jitsu.
Well,
Jiu-Jitsu.
that's enough for warming up. Master it already, Itadori. What's popcorn read filmatic?
This nigga said spiced cod roe. Nigga, whoops. Don't worry, Unomaki. I told Jujutsu headquarters about your arm so they would assign assassinating Itadori to me. But Itadori doesn't know that yet. Salmon. Salmon. So yeah, Sukuna did that. So it shouldn't be Itadori's burden. Salted fish roe. Thanks. That'll be useful. December 24th, Shinjuku.
Oh damn,
Firefighting
so that was that for quick?
is her.
Yo, I mean, I don't know. I'll talk about that a little bit later.
Firefighting Satori Gojo. I'll pick I'll pick off culling game players. Enough already. Go. How could I? Until today, if I had left Sukuna's side, Gojo would have killed me. Not that I had planned to make a move until today anyway. If Gojo loses, the rest of Jujutsu High's main fighting force, including Okotu, will be busy with you two today. Their only chance to defeat Sukuna would be immediately after they fought Gojo, which would leave me to be or to do as I please. Popcorn, Benji.
All right. Good luck. Don't die. Nothing sounds quite right. Wait, so hold on, go back up. Okay. Good luck. Don't die. So who's going out? Is Yuji, Yuta?
No, so right here, what's happening is this is Kenjaku talking
Okay.
to
What
Arame.
you talking about?
Right here, what he's about to read.
What I'm reading
Oh,
Good
now.
luck,
are you
don't
talking
die.
about the good luck, don't die? Oh, that part. Oh, I thought you were talking about who, like what Kenjaku was talking.
No, no, no,
Oh,
no. I was saying, wait, hold up. Go back just up a little bit. Let me see.
Right here.
Yeah. Okay. Good luck. Don't die. Okay. Well, let me keep on reading, then I'll say what I gotta say. All right. Good luck. Don't die. Nothing sounds quite right. Yeah, he's always won before. So why worry or cheer for him? Kelp. I don't think he'd be pleased though. If he's overconfident, I'll punch him before Sukuna does. Hey, this is tough. Yo, that's crazy. Yo, Gojo looks crazy, bro.
he looked mad focused.
He look like he about to. Hey, that's LeBron
That
when he was with
nigga,
the
that,
Heat. Y'all remember
that
that
nigga
meme?
is the that nigga is depressed.
Hey, you remember when LeBron? I think it was like game 5 against like the Celtics or some shit. He was like
He
this.
was like locked in.
All right, all right. Go back up just a little bit. Let me read this. Sensei, Sensei, your curse techniques in the way. Gojo definitely got Conqueror's hockey. Haha, give it to me. That nigga big as fuck. Gojo been working out. Love to see it. Slap ass. Slap him on the back. Get him, you blindfolded idiot. Prove you're more than just a pretty face. Salmon. Let me know if you need help. Kick his ass, Gojo. Yeah, I got this. All right. So that's the end of the chapter. So okay, so it's really like that as going to be like a one-on-one type shit.
Yeah, but the one on one that what I think we get, the one on one ain't the one on one we think.
Yo, I
So like,
mean,
What you mean?
so all right, let's scroll back up for a second because I know that
I
that
mean,
probably
tell me
went.
when to stop.
You know where to stop. Kusakabe Yuji.
Oh, okay, better.
So okay, so now you might want to hit the stream for this one just real quick while we explain.
oh, I got it. My bad. I was trying
So
to.
okay, so you see this panel right here, right? So obviously we went through that exchange and you saw Yuji flip Kusakabe, right? But realize that Yuji is speaking, and when he's finished speaking, he says Itadori, meaning this is not Yuji in his body. This is Kusakabe and Yuji switch. I don't know how. I don't know who caused this. I don't know if this is Yuji CT. I don't know if this is Kusakabe CT. But
Kusakabe doesn't have a CT.
Oh yeah,
exactly.
he has.
So
Mhm.
with that being said, now you scroll down back to the bottom where Yuji tells Gojo his technique is in the way.
Let's
So
see.
notice he says, "Give it to me." The only person that we actually see,
Pause.
yeah. So in this instance, the only person that you actually see, scroll down one more. I'm sorry, like to that full the next page where he says, "Give it to me." So my perception of this is the only person at the end of this where Gojo seems to be walking to go fight Sukuna. The only person that literally touches him is Yuji. He tells him to let his technique down in order for him to hit him. That's the way that I view it, at least. And also,
Everybody, wait, Tom. You said Yuji's the only nigga that touched him.
I feel like Yuji was the only one that we actually see touch him. Yes, there's the effect there with everybody's hand up, like as they slapping and swatting at him. But I feel like there's a bit more emphasis on Yuji's in this case.
From like the first thing.
So where you going with that?
So I think the same. So as and also,
I thought I hit you
I
with
know
that.
this is not this. Where is it? Hold on. This one. Okay, and so
Wait, tell me when to
within
stop.
Yuji telling Kusakabe, well, Yuji's body telling Kusakabe to master it already. Also, like I said, I know I read translation. I mean, I ran scans, and I know on the scans translation for this point it says, he said, what he said, you're gonna have to get the hang of this or something like that.
You said it's about time for you to get a handle on this.
Yeah, a handle of this. Meaning, I feel like this is him having to understand this technique and what he needs to do within the other soul's body.
So can I jump in?
Go ahead.
Go crazy.
Can we go back to the "Give It to Me" panel? Pause. That shit is so funny to me, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that trip. I wish they would have just. I
Give it
forgot what
to
the
Give it
me.
to
scans.
me.
This still
All right.
scans.
So scroll up. Give it to me. All right. So we got "Give It to Me," right? And then, like you said, we see Yuji touching. Everybody touches him. Everybody touches Gojo, right? Um. So scroll down to the next joint. But what I think is interesting here is that in this top panel right here on this page, it's only one nigga missing.
Right here.
Itadori Yuji. In the second page, Itadori Yuji is again not there. And you go to the last page right there, Itadori Yuji is not there. So I agree kind of with your sentiment of if this is Yuji's technique, which honestly I'm not really, I don't know. But if this is his technique, then I think that would be basis for it enough. Maybe his body dropped off somewhere, you know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
why he immediately, isn't there anymore. But I think everybody did touch Gojo. But yeah, that's what I feel about it.
Mm. I mean,
And this man Chelsea, bro. This nigga Chelsea don't rock with Gojo. Why he smiling at this man, bro? You don't be doing that.
Bro,
Come on,
that's to
bro.
make it sound like Itadori. He's like, look at my
That's what
little
I'm
Yeah,
saying. Hey, like that's my little like. I feel like that's the confirmation, like the icing on the cake. You know, it's like, dang, like this might really be Yuji's technique or something. So like, I
but
really thought that was
but my
cool.
thing is this though. Like, I understand using Kusakabe to illustrate the point because he doesn't have a technique, so that you can't say this is Kusakabe's technique. But is it also something to do with the nature of Kusakabe's cursed energy? Like, can he do this easier with people that don't have cursed techniques? Is that why he was practicing on Kusakabe, or was it just a narrative point to get across that whatever is happening is because of Yuji,
Bro,
not Kusakabe?
I have a question for y'all.
Nigga, I just asked the question. How you gonna respond to
Well,
my question with a question?
after that, after we finish this, because
Well,
I was like, okay, go ahead.
oh, I was just gonna ask because I'm trying to understand. So, um, and let me ask this question to try to answer Taj's question because I'm a little confused. So, so, um, basically what's happening is you're saying, are you guys saying that that the like the transfer of bodies is Yuji's curse technique in a way?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
Yes.
think it's more of a
but
like soul transfer,
Mm,
but
yeah,
Ooh, the
soul
soul
even if
transfer.
transfer would
it's
be
not
cool.
in the soul thing would make sense. I don't know if it's a technique or what it could be, but it would make sense because we know Yuji understands the shape of his soul, and we know Yuji existed as a vessel. But how the hell he got Kusakabe into his body? Like I can understand Yuji getting out of his body and getting into Kusakabe's body. Like, how the fuck he get Kusakabe into his body?
Mm.
Facts.
I'm trying to think though. I mean, it could be like I mean,
Slap, slap.
there's a bad reference, but you ever seen like Dragon Ball Z Ginyu's ability, where it's like the he switched souls basically with Goku, like when like at a certain period when his stamina wasn't like high enough. I don't know that that's the kind of same kind of thing, but um, well, I mean, I don't know, man. Like I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know how I feel about this chapter. I feel like what do y'all think? What do y'all think?
Bro, why was it me mugging this man Gojo like this? So he was coming down the steps.
They was like, yo,
Why?
they just got serious. His Ryatsu levels was too high, bro.
Like,
His
It,
spiritual pressure is
it was
out of
like,
this real.
yo, y'all
and it's
smell that?
that's what stood out to me at first because it's like it's you see it's a Kotsu. It's like bro, it's like why you that's your sensei, bro. Like that's your mentor, bro.
Nah,
Like why you
see, I think it's. I don't even think they're looking at him. I feel like based on the white part of the panel behind their heads,
mm,
Goju's coming from behind.
mm.
Like that's his pressure kind of breaking into the space, and they all
Oh
felt that and
true.
was like, yo, y'all feel that? Y'all feel that cursed energy?
You know who this is?
He's shaking up the Serite,
Mm,
bro. That's just
familiar.
crazy.
But okay. I just wanted that. I wanted to
Where's no bar? I'm just kidding.
bro,
It's a
that's
dub.
it
It's
was
a
a
dub.
panel. This there was two questions actually I have.
I think no bar
Um
dead, bro. Ain't no way.
no, because she said now there's just the three of us. Well, there's one who isn't fully recovered yet. And then or Shoko, she's like, well, there's one who wasn't fully recovered yet. So I'm thinking it's either Nobara or it's
Total.
Toto. Yeah, so it's like
It's
one of the
Toto
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's total.
So
because well, I don't know if it's. I'm not. I don't want to say it's Toto, but the reason I don't want to say it's Nobara is because in this here, and I don't even want to say it's Toto for real. There's one of us who isn't recovered. What does the scan say instead of us? Do they say us as
um
well? Because us is giving me
mm-mm.
the impression that she's talking about that generation. Because they
she
all
No,
went
it
before
is
them.
that. Yeah, I think scans say something about that
I
generation, if I'm
was
not mistaken.
well
There's also that idiot. Well, we know she ain't talking about the younger like. Well, she could be talking about the younger like that, but that could be total, unless
Yeah.
us is you know
And
because us feels like that generation. It feels like our class, especially with the three of them being in the room. But
yeah.
with Scan saying that idiot, that kind of opens it up to being
hold
one
on.
of
So
them dumbasses like
Yeah,
yeah.
Toto.
like total. Because total. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess wishful thinking makes me want to hope that it's no Nobara, but
Yeah.
I mean,
And
unless
even when you,
oh, go ahead.
oh, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, I was just about to make a dumbass joke. Talk about
Oh no, I
Toto
was.
Toto getting Hashirama cells to get his hand back, but continue.
I'm weak.
Crickets.
Um,
Okay, never mind.
I'm wondering about Eno though. I'm worried about like
Yeah, that panel
Eno
was
has
crazy.
something to say about Nanami, and I'm like, what exactly is it? You know
He has to
that
say.
he gotta, yeah, like that. That is of importance. You feel me? Like,
That boy said,
How,
don't talk nothing important for
bro?
what he got to
yeah,
say.
he got something to say though. Like,
But what can he have to say about Nanami?
I don't
that's
know.
what I'm saying.
Because
I have a
Like,
question.
if we're considering Nanabi's final moments, was over here already knocked out. I told you. What does he
Yeah,
know about anything? He was asleep.
bro. Y'all remember in Shibuya whenever they was fighting, and then they was fighting Gojo, and then they used the whatchamacallit, the domain amplification.
Mm-hmm.
You think like that's gonna make itself known again?
Yeah, I said that on the podcast.
Yeah.
And you said it was Miwa, right? Or
No,
Kusakabe?
I said the only reason Sukuna could beat Gojo is because of domain amplification. That's the only way
mm,
Gojo can get touched. Unless
But
they
it's
do an immediate expansion of domain battle, it's going to be domain amplification.
that shit was crazy. I was like, wow, that shit had that man really like off, like really shook. He was like,
No, he
oh
didn't, bro. It
shit,
just had him activated. He was like, all right, I want to
no,
play that
right,
game. I'm still better than you
exactly.
and everything else.
That was like, bro, like exactly, yeah, same shit, same shit. We said the same thing.
But
Yeah.
but my thing is, I don't know, man. Like the way I'm kind of looking at things, I mean, maybe this is just me, but like the real quick wrap up of the Culling games, like I guess I wanted it to be like a bigger reason. The whole Kenjaku thing of him sacrificing everyone within the Culling game. I guess I wanted it to be something like Griffith-esque in a way, you know. It didn't really turn out to be that way. And then like even like
Wait,
the
you mean as far as Kenjaku achieving some sort of goal to ascend himself to something?
yeah, that's what I thought it was gonna be like in order
I
for
mean,
him to
I
gain
think that
something, you know.
it it sort of in a sense still is that way. But the thing is, he can't end the calling games until he kills Gojo.
Mm, okay.
So this calling games is still going. That's why it's still ongoing. But you
Okay.
know what? I think we're jumping around all over the place. So let's start from the top.
Okay.
Can we start from the top? You scroll up to the top of the chapter because I think the first thing we need to address is this glaring accusation of the stakes of this battle. Not only is this a battle to end the calling game and whatnot, but Sukuna thinks that Gojo has the final finger, right?
hmm I mean, do you think? That's probably like a precautionary measure, though.
yeah, I do.
Do you think that's valid? You think Gojo has the finger? Because I 100% do. I don't think he himself is gonna have it on his body. But the way Akutami is writing these chapters, he might
Might just
have
put
that
it
shit
up.
on his
Yeah.
body.
he, he
But
goes like,
either way, regardless of the fingers and what they represent, I still like the elemental kind of portrayals of them. He had Sukuna, so we got confirmation that the mummy go down where Sukuna's eating the head.
Yeah.
go back
Oh
up a little
shit.
bit, right there.
So we got confirmation right here because when we first saw this, there's only two characters we know with four eyes. Only one character where the eyes are oriented in that way. And we thought maybe for a second this could be another angel. This could be another version of Tengen or something like that. But seeing um, Sukuna eat this head, which is on the concept of identity, kind of on part of Gojo entering the box. I don't know, just as far as like consumption, identity, introspection, that whole thing. Um, we got confirmation that that is indeed Sukuna's mummified body, and that's why he's eating it.
So is that like a replacement for the head, for the finger that's missing in a way?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. There's this cursed energy stored there, but
Mm.
it's not. It wasn't. I think Sukuna's fingers are all cursed objects. This isn't identified as an actual cursed object, but you know. The curse technique, curse energy is gonna linger inside of the form.
Bro, we got into a big debate in Discord whether this would qualify or I guess be considered Gojo. I mean, Shakuna getting 20 fingers or not, or if he's still like equivalent to. I mean, they say in the next panel that his power is equivalent to 20 fingers, but it's not. Is that the same thing as him getting all 20 fingers, basically?
This is equivalent. He said he can more than compensate for it, right? But let me see what the official said. Don't worry, I can
Nah,
compensate for one
yeah.
more. Yeah. So this is equivalent to a 20 finger Sakuna, meaning that if he finds
Oh
the
shit.
finger, you know, it'll be. I guess you can't go past 100% as
That's
far
what
as
we was
capacity.
That's
arguing.
what, yeah, that's basically like kind of what we were saying. It's like you can't go past 100%. But I think like the way I look at it is like he's able to compensate because of not because of the consumption of his body, not because he has damn near 20 at this point. It's just because like one, he got Megumi. Like he has he has more exponential power to put into the Shikigami. That's a easy makeup. You feel me? Like for the power that he might be lacking when he has all 20. You feel me? Because the way I look at him, like shit, that motherfucker might grab 20 and grow two more arms.
Let me
So
see.
I
Uh,
mean, I don't even
um
think he,
yeah,
to
one
me it
second.
sounds like he doesn't even need the last finger at this point. But it's just interesting to see that Gojo, you know, was really ready to play the higher ups like that. Because I just
yeah,
100%.
facts.
I didn't even, and I feel so dumb about this, but I didn't even consider that, Gojo would be hoarding the last finger to
Protect UG.
extend Yuji's execution date. I just knew, early on reading this before Shibuya and all that, like, okay, this kid is really gonna find these fingers and die. Like he's resolved. Gojo led him to that resolution. So, but Gojo play around, so
Childish.
Yeah, I mean,
Childish.
I think I don't know. I mean, I kind of see because I know a lot of people on Twitter that were talking about how they didn't necessarily like this chapter, but I didn't know the reason why. I'm not saying I didn't like this chapter, but kind of going how I mean, y'all think Gay is just like saying wrap it up
This,
like
nah, this is honestly, this is for me. This is the equivalent to the chapter where what? Shit. What chapter was it? I can't remember.
What happened?
Let me go back real quick. Two
oh, why are you
seconds.
saying that? I'll give my opinion. Um, the thing that upset me about this chapter, what makes me feel like he's trying to wrap it up, is how did Gojo get out of that fight?
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What
Like I
what
was about to
what
say
was
that.
the promise that Sukuna owed Kenjaku before the fight?
Yeah, we didn't get no
Like,
dialogue or anything.
where did we go from what is it? November 19th was the date to December 24th. Where was Gojo's reaction to all of the other people who died outside of Nanami? We like, where's the no clue about Nobar? Like, nothing on Mahito and his death. You know, there's just so many questions that arose from the disjointed circumstances we were presented with in this chapter.
Yeah.
So that's what makes me feel like, all right, if we can jump from here to there without any need for explanation, then we can
Listen,
jump from this point to the end of the fight. Because we jump with like, how is Yuji? What is Yuji doing, bro? We don't even know if Yuji ate his brothers or not. We just have the implications. We don't have any substantial evidence. When is it going to be revealed? Is Yuji going to use blood techniques? Is he going to be a Kamo nigga? Like, what's about to happen?
And is Gojo going dolo? Like it's not like a team shit. It's like he's like
Nah,
nah.
it's Dolo. They finna run the ones. But which also doesn't make sense for him to go in Dolo because he's fighting a curse.
Yeah.
Unless there's a binding vow, unless they created a binding vow between the two of them that it was gonna be a one-on-one fight that was gonna happen on a certain date, then how can you trust that Rame isn't gonna jump Gojo? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they are I mean you already fighting fucking Sukuna Megumi with 10 shadows. Kenjaku, even though he say he flying off, he can easily chop out a 500, 1,000 fucking Shikigami to go ahead and start jumping Gojo too. So it's like you trying to play fair with dirty curses. So unless you got a binding vow, what is it?
You think Gojo is hip to Maharaga, like or whatever? You think he knows of its like existence? Like
Say that again, bro. You kind of quiet.
you think Gojo knows about Maharaga or whatever, and like Megumi, all of Megumi's like Shikigami. You think he know about that? Probably to an extent, right?
I want to say no, but what do y'all think?
1 second.
What do you think, Don Lu? You think Gojo know about Maharaga and other well he know I'm sure he knows about Maharaga. Or he knows that Megumi can pull it out because of the dialogue. What is it, chapter 56 or whatever? Where he's like, you always trying to pull that ace. You
Yeah.
always think you can fall back or something. But as far as Tranquil Deer, Round Bull, I don't know if he knows that Sukuna off screen, another example of something that happened off screen, uh, or we don't have confirmation if he mastered him off screen or if he substituted himself for Maharaga and used their subservience to him to control the other Shikigami. So there's a few questions that arise, but I don't think me personally, I don't know how Gojo could know about that because I don't think any of Jujutsu camp should know about it. The only person who was in the fight was Sukuna Yorozu,
Yeah.
unless Mei's technique allows for some surveillance of everything and they checking everything out.
Yeah.
If they don't got Nakamaru,
Mhm.
that would be the only way to really get that information.
Yeah. Think I don't think Gojo knows that Maharaga is now within the hands of Megumi's body, obviously Sukuna at this point. I don't think he knows that, but I will say I'm pretty sure he knows of just the general Ten Shadow techniques in general, right? Obviously, there's always been a conflict between the Gojo and uh, between Gojo and the Zenin. So with that being said, I feel like with that Ten Shadows technique, knowing that the Ten Shadows and Six Eyes are, you know, the main confliction, I feel like he has to have some information of what the Ten Shadows consist of within the Shikigami or just that technique in general. But I don't think Gojo knows that that is within the hands of Sukuna Megami at this moment.
Hmm.
Unless like I said, because my thing is the only people that were present for that interaction at that time were Sukuna. Yuji wasn't in his right mind to know to even think about Maharaga and say like, oh, by the way, like Megumi passed the hell out,
They
but
wasn't
he
even
don't.
there. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So
they
like,
got on the fish and flew way out to Sendai to do the fight.
but that's yeah. But I'm saying
They
like
was
with
nowhere around.
yeah. So like the only people that were around that would be able to know that that happened would be only Megumi and what was the other curse? That looked like a shorty with the hand as the sword as her
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about.
You talking about what else?
the Lucky
Not
Seven
Uro.
version.
No, yeah,
Where
buddy from
he attacked
nah, from
Oda.
Shibuya. He was who when Megumi
Yeah,
first popped Maharaga, who
yeah.
Megumi was fighting.
Nanami packed him up.
Oh, Hana. He was there.
Yeah, he was the reason. That's
Oh
when
no,
Megumi.
no. Gojo already knows about Maharaga. I thought you meant this instance, Colon games. I'm saying in the Colon
Oh
games,
no, oh no.
as
No, I
far as
mean in
who
general.
sort
In
of
general.
I
control of
meant.
Maharaga.
I
That was
thought you were
to
Yeah,
see
speaking in
Maharaga
general.
come back.
Yeah,
yeah. In
I
general.
was speaking just in general. Like
Actually, though,
I don't know.
because the Maharaga first Maharaga battle happened after Gojo got locked,
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's why I said that.
so he doesn't even know that, or he knows that Maharaga
Unless
exists. He doesn't know
whatchamacallit,
that he was pulled, but
That's
he
what I'm
could know.
saying. He
like
because
Nah, he
I'm
would
like,
know
Uzumaki
about
or
Maharaga
somebody.
because of Shibuya. I feel like he got the full rundown of Shibuya. He knows about Anami, but that's chapter 124. There's only 10 chapters left. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So there is a knowledge about the technique and what's all involved. But I'm saying from this instance, I was thinking Phil's question was about, not just Maho, but like the whole Shikigami, the whole
Yeah.
10 shadows. Like, I don't think Gojo has a understanding. I don't think anyone knows. They can kind of, but honestly, why wouldn't it why would y'all assume that though? If
What?
Sukuna has Megumi's technique, I'm assuming he unlocked it. He unlocked everything about it.
Hmm.
That's
Why
real
would we
Miss
assume
Sukuna.
what?
Say what?
Why would we assume what?
Why wouldn't they? I feel like
Oh,
if
oh,
I'm
when they
Gojo,
assume, yeah,
yeah, if I'm Gojo, I'm assuming if I'm Gojo, if I'm Tokyo Tech, if I'm Kyoto, I'm assuming that because Sukuna is in Megumi's body, he's tapped into all 10 curses. Ain't no
yeah,
damn way. With
yeah.
his 1,000 year knowledge of this historical clan based technique, he knows how to tap in, whoop my hoe. And if we already seen him whoop my hoe, so like if anybody has any knowledge of that and relayed that to Gojo, then I'm sure everyone knows that Sukuna can beat the strongest Shikigami in Megumi's camp without Megumi's abilities.
Mm.
So with Megumi's abilities, you should
What
assume
you
that he
think?
unlocked the full potential of the curse.
What you think? What you think Sukuna was doing in that time? Sukuna and Kenjaku, and
At what
that
time?
that 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 19th through the 24th.
Like the time skip.
What you- Yeah,
Whatever that promise was that we don't know.
bro.
I think, but also, I mean,
He got cursed weapons, right?
who can get
Who
Jaku?
does?
Sukuna.
What
Mm,
That
you talking
that
about?
that
Oh,
that like fucking what's that
spear.
shit
from
called? Yeah, like spear looking thing.
117.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like if that's the case and that's the real Sukuna, you think he gonna have all four arms and shit too? Cause damn, that would be crazy, bro.
because he would have to pop out. He would have to get into a vessel that had the forearm. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
But he
But
needs to figure
unless
out a way to supplement for the lack of curse energy and whatchamacallit body. Cause he's not gonna be
nah,
able to
because
fight
the
with him.
curse, I think the cursed energy exists within a soul. And that's why whenever he took over Megumi's body, he was already able to pop Nue
Oh,
in a
oh,
bigger form. Because remember, in the matter of fact, in the battle between him and Yorozu, they said his immense curse energy and mastery of curse energy is the reason why he could do the shit that Megumi couldn't.
but then it was like why he was complaining about the lower energy of his body or some shit too, right? Or something like that.
Say again, bro.
He was complaining about the low energy about from his body, right? Or something. It was like this vessel's body as like a it was something. I
No,
forgot
he
the
was
exact
saying
word.
that whenever he was attacking the vessel's friends, Megumi's friends being Maki and Yuji, then Megumi was constraining the output. He was saying that
Mm,
Megumi is fighting back, basically. But
gotcha.
whenever he was fighting indiscriminately, smashing buildings, doing things like that, probably when he fought Rio and Uro, um, then Megumi wasn't really like holding shit back. But that's why you wanted to do the bath to sink Megumi into darkness and then whoop Sumiki so that Megumi could really stay at the bottom so that he wouldn't have to worry about Megumi trying to up and,
Come back
you
up
know,
from the surface.
drain his power.
Mm. Um.
But what
Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Tosh.
I think, there's been a lot of talk about in the Colon game, who is the game master? How does the game run? This and that. And Kenjaku um, has said multiple times that the game master, there is essentially no game master, or that the game master can be Tengen because of Tengen's barriers and what that's allowed. And what I like is that on the page um, of what's it called, Sukuna eating his mummified head,
Hmm.
when Kenjaku asked Kogane how many days have passed, we have this image of an old school TV and like an Atari or something. That's
Video
the
games.
game, the Colon game. I think that's supposed to be representative of the Colon game, and it's without a player. Maybe that's supposed to be indicative of without a master. Um, but in the spotlight, we have Kenjaku. So even though the game doesn't have a master, the manipulator, as we've known all along, has been Kenjaku. So I like that to be an answer around all the speculation of some other entity, some other person controlling the game behind the scenes that was in cahoots with Kenjaku. I just like that, we can kind of just stop those arguments and acknowledge that Kenjaku has always been the person behind.
Well, I think, and even the thing, but do you think that Sukuna, in a way, I mean, obviously, I think Sukuna has his motives, but do you think he's just like obligated to do what Kenjaku says based off of that little promise that he made to him. Um,
Yeah, because we know Sukuna is a curse, bro. He's not gonna respect any promise unless it's a binding vow.
mhm,
And he's even said that. He was like, if you want to make it something, you better make it a binding vow. And it was like, why would I do that with you? You know, who was it? Chapter 11 with Yuji when he said that joint too.
mhm.
He was like, I wouldn't do you. He was like, fool, binding vow has stronger implications than breaking a promise. If I break it, it'll return back on me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I like that concept, and it kind of like adds more levels to Kenjaku as a character. But I guess the thing, and maybe this is just me, I'm not, I guess this is a good chapter, I guess, for theorizing, the relationship of Kenjaku and Sukuna. Um, but at the same time, it kind of leaves. I think Base said this in the chat. He said this chapter leaves a lot more questions than answers in a way, because
Mhm.
I like
Because we don't know shit about what's going on.
there's a lot of things like I'm like I mean and
Like,
but
here's the question.
go ahead.
Here's a question that's being arisen for me personally. Why is everybody talking and singing?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even when hold up go can you go down Phil a little bit? Let me see.
This shit.
No, keep on going down to like the interaction of when they're talking to go down just a little bit more because I'm not necessarily getting the especially like the roles as of right now because is everyone kind of deterring on just like I guess in my mind I'm thinking like like things are gonna go a little bit differently but the way this is seeming like it seems like we're gonna continue the story. I feel like Gojo go die
Where
like
you want me to stop at?
oh just right here.
No. So you said. So what'd you say? What
So
was
hold
your
up
question?
is where's the part and I'm a little confused with this. Is Panda just basically turned into a smaller version of himself because the curse, the what happened with his battle with whatever his name is, right?
Yeah, when Kashimo popped his head off, remember?
Okay, but he has to stay that way, or can he just be put into another?
Um, I think because of the vessel and the three cursed energies running back to back,
Hmm.
probably has to stay. He has to stay within that vessel, that puppet. But it looks like from last time to this time, he's grown.
Okay, all right. He just like a mod soul kind of shit. All right, keep on going down a little bit. All right. Wait, where's Tengen in this chapter? Or am I tripping?
Nah, he says Kinjaku was talking to Tengen on that
And Sukuna
flashback.
was.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Sukuna
okay.
was in the
Tengen,
beginning.
Tengen's been arrested by Kenjaku. He exists as a curse and he's within his arsenal.
Oh,
So he
so
can
so
deploy
he's
himself.
okay.
He can
With
deploy him like a Shikigami using Geto's technique.
with no
So
hope for
that's
the
how he
present.
used him, you know, was it last chapter or the chapter before? That's how he was using him. But what's really strange here is the way they're talking about Tengen makes it seem as if um I don't know if they're just talking like because of his role within, you know, cursed energy and how it operates within Japan, but they make it seem as if he was in cahoots with Kenjaku, or if he is Kenjaku, they're interchangeable or something.
Mm,
Because what we have with Sukuna is did Kenjaku or rather Tengen do this ironically? And then, 2 pages later, Kenjaku's talking trash about people being basically punks and never trying to live to fulfill their ideals, and he brings up Tengen. So,
mm,
like, is Tengen omnipotent or something now? Did his form, is he already, has the boundary between himself and others, has that already been blown out? He just exists as a god? Like, because
mm,
that's how they treating this Tengen talk right now. Because you remember he said back in Star Plasma, you know, if he doesn't find a vessel, then basically his soul and all whatever will no longer
Oh
respect the
shit!
boundary of his
yeah.
body, and he'll be able to like permeate into everybody and everything. Like his cursed energy, wherever it's at, is going to be within everyone.
You
And
think
they,
this
the
could
way
be
they
whatchamacallit?
talking, bro, like, say what?
You think uh um What's the other special grade shorty?
Uh,
Yuki,
Yeah, Yuki. You think that could be her? Like
who could be
the one who's not fully recovered?
I think she died.
that?
That
That's
could be her.
probably it. That's probably
That's
it.
not bad. That's not
That'd be
bad.
crazy.
Because talking about there's one of us who hasn't fully recovered, and we just talked about us being kind of suggestive of that generation. She's that generation,
Yeah.
so that would make sense to me.
That's crazy.
I thought Nami was the one to survive no matter what. I thought you were playing. Why did he die? Not me. But I mean, I do kind of want to see, cause I mean, I'm trying to think of other questions that I kind of have. Like, I do want to kind of see where Gege is going with this. For one, I think a flashback is necessary, but the way it's looking like we're gonna have a huge battle, right? After that battle, you know, I mean, in order to get the story along, Gojo could probably go get packed up, by some bullshit, and then we gonna have all the players come in and try to stop King Jaku or some shit like that. That's how I can see it happening. But I don't know, man. Like this is like like, and then like I want to know, like, did they just let Gojo out of the situation when they could have just like started scrapping at that point in time, like we thought it was going to happen when he got unsealed?
Like, I just that's the biggest thing to me. How the hell did we get out of there?
Yeah,
Like
because at
that,
that point they had the revenge, like
they had the
Yeah.
advantage. So that blows my mind. You have two special grades, really three. Urame seems like a special grade to me, going against Gojo. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And a Sakuna that has Megumi. I don't understand why they would let him go back.
Yeah, it's like they had all the cards, and then but also from the looks of it, it looks like the time spent during this time skip, Gojo even had time to train maybe because you know how like I mean I guess I'm just looking at Bleach references, but like he got the whole. I don't think we've ever seen like Gojo kind of dressed up like that before. Like go down when he's like pulling up with his face. Yeah, like this. Like have you ever really seen like Gojo in an outfit like that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
He's fresh as hell.
yeah, and it looks like I don't know if he's been.
Bro, where the fuck she been? She been gone. She didn't cut.
She just pulled
She been
up.
hitting the fan like, all right,
She was over there like,
damn.
yeah, I've been snitching. Yeah, I've been snitching.
Like,
I've been talking
shit.
to. I've been
The
talking to.
principal. Talking to the principal and shit.
No, but
Keeping this
like,
nigga in the loop.
like dead ass. Like it looks like Gojo. I think he probably been like in a hyperbolic time chamber or some shit. Cause it looked like he about to
Bro,
go crazy.
that is a UG facial expression to me.
Yeah,
Like,
like
Nah, the next that one isn't. That's Gojo. If you go
bro,
down though, the I'll be giving my best.
this one,
The
this
smile.
one.
Nah. You gotta wait till after Yuji touches him. Ain't nothing
Um,
before that is Yuji. Could be Yuji. After down. It's like the last joint. That
you
right there.
Maki cooked that nigga.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I got this.
This
It was
is
many bad.
sketchy.
Oh go back.
Roger that.
Oh, go back to
Nah,
the
Roger
color
that's
scans.
definitely some UG stuff.
Go back to the color scans real quick, Phil. Let me
Oh,
see how
that's
they
fine.
color them.
Do, do,
Oh, this
do,
is dope.
do, do. That joint crazy. Right, he got some melanin. Okay.
You say you
Love
got
to
some
see it.
melanin.
Yeah, we love to
Hey
see
man,
it. Love to see
they be
it.
letting him be a little black
Love
man.
to
But
see it.
but even this, even my thing is like I would if I was in this situation, I would if I was Gojo, I'll at least try to take Yuta with me or some shit. Just in case like, like
Nah,
they
but like Kenjaku said, they're likely going to be around. You know what I'm saying? They sending him off, but I don't think they're going to just because you know Gojo is the only one with the capacity to face off against this Sakura,
hmm
right? But Yuta wants Kenjaku's blood. He wants his head. So they're not going to just sit back and let things happen. They're actively going to be looking to nullify the other side's offense. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be going after Kenjaku, probably Urame. They're going to be around. They're just not going to disturb Gojo. Because, I mean, what if you get caught in this domain? If you done, get caught in Sakura's domain. Like, you can't.
So like a Katakura Town scenario.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Something like that.
When the Giants is fighting, bro, you gotta let them
Yeah.
fight.
God,
You gotta get
y'all
out the
go
way.
fight over there.
Yeah, y'all
We
go get out.
designated this spot over there. Y'all
Yeah,
handle
yeah. We go stay over there. I ain't trying to get killed messing around.
it.
But yeah, the other thing, especially, and I want y'all to really think about this, like the amount of like, I think, Sukuna, he did talk a big talk, but if we're gonna be honest, if he was really actively like wanting to have Megumi as a vessel and go ahead and have his 20 fingers, I think he definitely sees Gojo as like, like I can't mess around with this nigga, like, he's like that, he's him. But the
Yeah.
thing about it is, you know, from the looks of this panel, I think we've always seen Gojo pretty like confident, and he looks confident in this. But I think at the same time, I think, and this is just wishful thinking, I think Gojo is probably gonna like present to us something new within his bag of,
Wow.
within his bag in order to kind of combat Sukuna, especially for the fact that like the addition of, we don't even know if he's using cursed weapons. We know that he has the Ten Shadows technique, which we do know historically has rivaled the Six Eyes or the Limitless or whatever. And we do know that Sukuna himself is a calamity. Put those together, that makes somebody, that's a hell of a fusion,
That's a nightmare, boy.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is, Gojo, you know, and and that's the thing. I guess I'm thinking like still like why did they let him go? Especially if you got those two working in tandem. Well, not at that point. I don't think it was working in tandem at that point. But I do think that this time period was probably spent like Gojo really kind of refining his techniques and hopefully I don't know like I'm really interested to see like what's going to happen.
Yeah, I think it's gonna
Too.
be another one of those Kashimo and what's my boy name? Hakari
Hmm.
type of fights where we learn about everything they've been through during the fight. So maybe he's saving during the fight to like, all right, this
Then
is
you're gonna
what
get a Sakuna backstory during the fight.
it's gonna. If we're gonna get one, it's gonna happen during the fight.
Mm.
But I
What
have
if
a
he did
question
a
for
spinoff
you.
about that?
I have a
That'd be
question. Yeah, they
whack.
could. I have a question for you and you and Phil.
Hmm?
With this whole kind of perception of Gojo and Yuji switching bodies,
Mhm.
I can understand it from an Itadori Yuji perspective.
That's the thing.
But
How you learn limitless in a month basically?
what
Like
do you what if you're
how do you do that? So
why
Okay.
would
I don't
Gojo
know.
let this happen?
So
Like
let me
Facts.
so at that point, let's go back to 220 then. Um, when we go down to where we start to get all of the jujutsu schools, you get all of their perception of
Oh,
what's going on and what they prepare
sure.
to
Let's
do
go back
next.
to 220, and I might
220,
be
yeah.
for it.
So,
Like I'm not the dude to do that shit. That's not my job.
all
Like,
right,
I'm already here, but what are you saying? Where into 20
all
we
right.
supposed to
So
be?
let's go all the way down to where we start talking about once Angel and Yuta start talking.
alright.
Let's get down there, and I'll kind of explain my point. And you can kind of see here, so just to kind of let Phil get there, but you see they start to have an interaction talking about how Angel cannot participate anymore in her current condition. And at this point, Yuta asks her if she can switch bodies like Sakuna, right? And so they start having this conversation basically about cursed objects, soul dividing, and how that is, how it is for Sakuna, basically. And then we start to get, where is it at? Let me find it. Okay, so then you slide down to where Umai and Yuji start talking. And so Amai starts to ask him, can you still fight? Because he knows that Sakuna is not within his body anymore.
What's this? What's this right? What's this call right here?
Let me see.
What's what
Bad.
called?
It's a
What you
bag.
about to say? Who is it?
That's a bag.
I gotta pull out Dom Blue, man. This man Dom Blue trying to get in his Duffy real quick. What you talking about,
Yeah,
bro?
let's
Shit.
let's keep it going.
Alright.
um, but yeah, if you scroll back down to where Yuji and Amai starts to talk, um,
Oh.
Yuji he refers and says that it doesn't matter because Sukuna has never helped him. And he also states, Ieri said, I'm now like a cursed object steeped in his cursed energy. So now, you can, even though he goes and says, I eat anything to kill that creep, you get down and he comes and says he has ideas about helping Megumi. Skipping all that, I really, that you scroll back. All right, so then you go to the next page. I know I'm moving fast, but that's how we go. Going to the next
I'm
page.
with you. I'm with you.
We don't know what is in this book that refers to soul research that Sakumo left behind, along with the prison realm. We don't know what this secret book entails, and it might be proved to be useful, as he says, right?
Hey,
I forgot about this book. Yeah.
hey.
Yeah. And so this book, the way I look at it in my brain, the way I view it is, you take this book, you take Yuji having this reference of him being like a cursed object at this point within Sukuna's cursed energy. He's a cursed object steeped with his own cursed energy. So, in my mind, I think with Yuji saying that he is now like a cursed object with that can steep his cursed energy, you take in this book of soul research. If the in the grand scheme of it, I gotta move for 2 seconds. Within this book, there could be something to say like, okay, if you know how to do this soul manipulation as far as um this soul manipulation as far as the body swapping, the soul swapping, um
It's Phil's fault, bro. Don't, Phil's fault.
if he can
Without
actually swap his soul, maybe he may be able to manipulate his cursed energy within his soul to move bodies. You know, it could be something similar of that nature. Go ahead.
So, but we have a predecessor to this occurrence. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Off the way you're going, it sounds like Kenjaku. It sounds like him
Yes.
and his body hopping.
Yeah.
But my question is why, not the how. Like really, at this point, nothing makes sense. The how is whatever. I'm glad that we have the book that gives us some sort of ambiguous way to
Yeah.
justify Yuji's, revelation. But
You want to know why I say why?
yeah, why?
Because we jump back to 126 when we get the reveal of who Kenjaku is to Yuji. You get that panel and you see his mom and you see those stitches on the head.
Oh,
I think that's one.
So
bro, where
I'm
you?
sorry, it's probably 140. I'm sorry.
That's 143.
143. I'm sorry.
But
I don't know
damn, but
why, bro. In my head,
what?
126 is the campfire scene, and then we
You
get into
see
that.
this?
No,
Oh,
143 is the campfire. So you might,
Okay, yeah, that's my fault. I'm
it's
just
the
that's just
same
my
thing.
numbers. Yeah, that's just my numbers off. You know.
No, use that. But my
hey
thing is this
man.
though. Still, what is the situation gained from it? Like the only possible thing I can see from this instance is on some really, really, really crazy shit. Now that we know that Sakuna, it isn't that Yuji was the only person ever who could capture him. It's
Yeah.
just that most people couldn't, right? The only thing I could see is um, Yuji, because of his not new knowledge of how to switch souls and shit, is going to go there in Gojo's body, take Sakuna out of Megumi's body, put him in Gojo's body, bring Gojo back into Gojo's body, and then Sukuna's going to be locked up forever. Otherwise, what benefit is it to Gojo to have Yuji take over his body, where Yuji doesn't know his curse technique, and even if he does know it, he can't use it like a nigga who's the chosen one. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah.
So that's what I want to know. What do you
and that
guys
whole
think as far as why would this be a thing?
Give me 2 seconds. I can answer that one. Let
like
me come back.
I agree. I like where you was going with it. You know where he was like, start by saving me or whatever. Like that would be a way to save Megumi. But
Yeah,
it's just like, nigga, you're Gojo. Like Sukuna. Like, I mean, at this point in time, Yuji is probably special grade level. He probably is for sure. Actually, he definitely is. I'm not gonna. He definitely is. So it's just like he could probably hang with Sukuna for a little bit. But I don't know, man. Like I feel like Sukuna about to be buffed up in this next upcoming fight. So
Yeah, I think so too.
I
Cause
don't know.
I mean, it just and it seems like so many like I don't know, man. Like thinking about how Sukuna is kind of like moving, like now,
Mhm.
like I think he really like he about to let out the floodgates. Like he's like, hey man,
Oh, I thought
I
I was
need
wilding before. Watch
yo,
this.
man, yo, you thought my 20 fingers was crazy? Imagine this with the 10 shadow. Like that shit is that shit. And then even then, I think with the 20, I guess the compensated 20 fingers. His curse energy output is going to be like at his max, right? Tosh.
Yeah, I think that's what makes sense to me. That's what makes sense to me. I think his curse energy probably already at his maximum in his head.
And
So
the thing
maybe
about
my only thought of my only line of logic around now wanting to get the 20th finger is we know the fingers have different elemental compositions. Like one that seems to be made of wood, one is metal, one is
mhm,
graphite, diamond, whatever, whatever. Just goes down the list. So maybe those correspond to different uses, different elements within himself. Like we know he was able to pull out that fire technique against I don't know why I can't remember what his name
Jogo, right?
is, Jogo. So maybe, you know, that's why he wants to get the 20th finger.
Mm,
In addition to the cursed energy, there's some sort of something like that inside of it.
okay. Um. Well, I mean, I did want to get to this question. How y'all think? What do y'all think for the future? Like, what do you think is gonna happen? And then actually, before we get into that, I did want to ask, do y'all have anything else to add with the whole Yuji thing? I'm kind of confused with that shit, with that and the Kusakabe shit, cause I don't know why that shit don't make sense to me. But
I
like,
mean,
It's just because you've never seen it before. It's
Yeah.
because you've not no speculation whatsoever of what Yuji is able and what he's really capable of doing.
no,
because
but
the
We've
finger
got
might
enough.
be as cool.
the thing is,
I
like,
mean, yeah, you could. I
that's
mean,
something that's never really been like, even the switch in the bodies never really has been hinted at. That I don't think. I could be wrong, but like,
I mean, the only hints at it, he has the soul stuff. He knows the shape of his soul. He was
It's
able to
weird
reject
to me.
Mahito. So we
hmm
know he has that. He's able to have two souls in his body. So we have those precedents.
hmm
You know what I mean?
yeah. And the only
And
thing I can. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
This
oh, you can
weird.
go ahead and take it.
Like the scans and the officials, like the wording and the scans is a little bit better for this scenario. But it's like,
What did you say?
it's just about time for you to get a handle on this. It's Dory, and he's like, yes, sir. But it's like the way he, like you say it, it's like it's weird. Like it's kind of like he's he's talking down to him. He's not talking like he's not like I don't know how to describe it, but it's just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Kusakabe is a senior to him. So I mean,
but it's like,
oaths, yes, sir, is supposed to show that sort of respect and
Yeah.
specify that
but
relationship.
that's like I feel like he's talking. Yuji is talking right now, right? Like,
No, that's
Yuji
Kusakabe
says
saying.
also.
Hey, hold up.
Osu,
Hey,
Os.
I'll be back.
Os.
Oaths.
Osu, Osu,
Yeah,
and this is Kuzukabe talking, right?
yeah.
Feeling like
Yeah.
Kusakabe is
bro body,
talking to Yuji, and then
yeah.
Yuji says, "Yes, sir," because Kusakabe is in Yuji's body, whooping Yuji's ass.
Yeah. The only
So
thing I say is like I think honestly, like all of the referencing to the soul when it comes to Yuji, it just makes a lot of sense. I feel like it brings that my obviously it will bring that Mahito parallel back in to play for one. Two, obviously, like we said, like I mean, it would be generally an ass pull off the case of all right, like your pops or your mom's is able to do it, but and it was like oh, like this is a pass down kind of thing. Like that would be weak.
be a pass
Um,
down because
huh?
it's not. I said, but that couldn't be a
I
pass
mean,
down.
yeah, not
That
necessarily a pass
now
down,
makes
but
no fucking sense
yeah.
because Kenjaku's literally hopping brains.
Bro,
So yeah. Um, I mean, I get it. Don't get me wrong. It does come out of nowhere for sure.
But
I
he
mean,
brought it back to some basics. It doesn't come out of nowhere no more because he has the book around souls.
yeah,
You know he knows souls, so it's not like it's just kind of crazy, but it
yeah.
feels
It's
like
just like
if he goes into Gojo's body and starts whooping Sukuna's ass as Gojo, like this nigga be like,
yeah,
yo, main expansion. If he do some shit like that, bro, then that like
Asshole.
we're wilded out. This nigga
Yeah.
don't even.
Karaoke
He don't even.
Tenkai.
Like
Like, or if
you
this
over here
nigga
like,
just
oh,
like,
hey, Geek,
yeah.
and you over here talking about some
Ugh.
Yo, look, he could even hit the purple, like,
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 come like,
Ooh.
um.
no,
But I mean, I think it would just make the most sense. It's just like, all right, in between the lines, it's like it's in our face, it's in our face here, it's in our face. But it's like, and I'm gonna backtrack to one of the main questions too. The reason a lot of people didn't like this chapter is because obviously there were a lot more questions given than answers. The reason I'm not tripping about that basis of it is because that's nothing new when it comes to this month, in my opinion.
But I think it's the way it's jumped around. It was jumped around. I don't think we've seen a jump around like this before in
Yeah,
Jujutsu Kaisen.
but this is my thing too, though. We say that, but it's like, yeah, we can say that now with chapter 222 out, but we can get 223 and 224 that can get us started in the area, and then boom, we can take a step back to realize how certain things were to come about, and then
Hmm.
boom, we back in this point. It's like I feel like we get into this moment of what obviously we have to, but we're in a point of like everything right now is just at face value without the full circle coming back around to say this is why, this is how, this is when. And it's like, we know it was a time skip. We know they skipped all the way up until that date. Now, if we never come back to that, then we can always say, all right, it flopped on that chapter that flopped 222. It's like we could come back and say, all right, we don't know shit. But I feel like we not even thinking in a manner like, yeah, we moving fast, but we moving in a pace where we feel like we not even coming back
bro. I feel like we've been moving that way for like
for a
2 months.
while.
Bro. Where is Higuruma?
Yeah, it's like,
You
like
You
remember
see him,
no, but
What
right?
like
song?
Oh
where
no,
we
you
see
don't see that
Higuruma
nigga.
at?
Yeah, you don't see that nigga. Actually,
no, but it's
Like
like
but
it's
you don't
like
see him. You don't see Kashimo.
like
You don't see Charles.
why did we get them? Why did Miwa have that cold ass scene? Like, bro, I'm not even going look, we done talked about this a couple of times. I'm not even gonna jump into it.
Hey,
But you talking about things not making sense. Like I feel like, bro, we've been moving to the direction where we just keep leaving pieces behind.
thanks.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
and it's gonna
Shout
be.
out,
I think
shout out to the homie CJ and his girl Tyler. Gang, we
gang.
appreciate y'all.
No, but no, but my thing is like it's like you're
I'm
leaving a
lost.
lot of breadcrumbs that it's going to be hard to kind of tie everything into a nice bow by the time we get to like the real final shit. And but like who knows? Like I think the way
Oh,
the
this is
way it's
wife.
going like this
Look,
fast, I think it's probably we're probably gonna have some like this fight is gonna be like maybe like two chapters and then like for the rest of like the final arc we probably go end this shit up in October
Yeah.
like by the time this shit
I
wrap
say,
up.
yeah, wrap
This,
it
Yeah,
up
wrap it
then.
up.
this,
Like
this feel like it feel like it's finna be y'all remember when in Tokyo Ghoul when Kaneki went against Furuta,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
and it was like he was like, I'm about to get it. And the next page, boy,
yeah.
Dang.
that's what I feel like it's finna be and then it's finna be and then that joint been
It's just yo but I mean I don't know. I mean I don't think I mean the tweets I was saying like Gigi fell off type shit like
But
I don't think that's the
this is the
case.
nah, yeah.
issue.
Yeah,
But
I
look,
was
this is
seeing some wild
that's what
accusations
I'm
like
No,
saying,
no, but like
and
I
it's
don't
like,
think I don't think that's the. But I think people are so reactionary nowadays, especially with like one chapter happening, as opposed to looking at the greater picture of everything. But I can see there's a pretty big trend that Taj kind of pointed out. Like from the last couple chapters to now, like it's wrapping up time. Like like I don't
Said I'm
I mean I
tired.
don't know.
I don't want to write no more, bro.
I
Sheesh.
want to move on to new projects.
bro, he finna do a sports manga next, bro. It's
Like,
finna be a
bro,
damn basketball shit.
shit. Damn.
What were you saying, Nick? Oh, and I mean, what were you saying, Gojo?
nothing.
Swojo?
Swole Joe.
We just see Gojo talking. That shit funny. No, but yeah, like I don't know, man. Like, what about you, Phil? I don't know if you gave your opinion on it.
Like what's about to happen next in the series?
Well, I mean, how do you feel about the like the pacing as of right now? Like, where
Oh,
are we headed,
bro,
man?
bro. I personally don't want it to end. And I'm in denial. I ain't even gonna lie. Like I see it, but I don't want to accept it.
Hmm.
But um shit, I hope he figured out a way to extend it at least another 20, 25 chapters, you know.
I'm
But I don't want him to like it's like the perfect series for me right now. Like I don't like if it's gotta end, end on a good shit. Like end on a good note. Don't do no ass pull bullshit.
yeah.
And
And
try
I
to extend the series, but yeah.
the way I look at it is I'm right there with you, but I'm more along the line of I still got faith.
Yeah.
I'm along the line of I got faith that this shit's still gonna be cool. And I feel like that way because
Power to the people.
one, I'm just not somebody to follow the social media. I don't follow what niggas say. Like I read and I develop my own
All right,
opinion.
next
And I'm
episode.
like, I fuck with Gay Gay, so I'm gonna move in a way like I fuck with Gay Gay. I ain't gonna move in a way where like, damn, my nigga, this one chapter blew. This don't make no sense. I can't rock with this no more. This done
Hmm.
fell out. Like I'm not about to treat this man like he Oda, bro.
But hold
Like,
up, Hey,
Matter of fact,
but
I'll
hey,
tap
I
into.
will say this. I will say this. I will say this.
Let
If
me tap in real quick, real quick, real
okay,
quick.
go crazy, go crazy, Taz.
Yo, what Dom just said, bro. Y'all go ahead and make sure you check out episode 65 of Geek Giant Podcast.
Yes,
Information
sir.
Hey,
on social media. On the
Coming soon,
Dom.
baby. Nope, no, but
hold on,
I
what happened?
he was saying you hear he said check out episode 65, the next episode, Geek
Oh,
Jam
yeah,
Podcast.
when that come out.
Oh, it should be out this week. It should be out this week. Tap in, tap in.
Yeah. I ain't
Um,
gonna
tap, tap, tap
I'm not
go
gonna
ahead,
in.
fold
Nick.
on my guy, man. I'm not gonna fold on him when the majority want to get down on him. Not doing that. That's my dog.
But
They
but
Let me
but
playing
here's
come
my
to
his
thing.
Canada
Here's my
not for
thing.
downfall.
that shit. Nah. Ain't none of that. None
No,
of that.
no, but there's
I'm
two.
right here with Gay Game, bro. I don't cause look, bro. Cause look, it's the same thing like I just said. Yeah, we got it right here where it's like, all right, we jumping, we moving fast. But
Hmm.
it's like when it come to Gay Gay, first off, bro, y'all all know that nigga will throw a subtle little flashback in there real quick. Like, oh boom, this was the interaction here. All right, boom, we back here. Like, yeah, trash way to go about it. But my thing is, I don't know. I'm just a it is what it is type nigga, and I just move on from what it is. I ain't about to let this shit be like, we still here because I'll say this: what we get, we my boy started writing some iffy chapters about to what
If he taps,
to what.
hey Phil, what's up, bro?
Oh, nah, I'm trying to, but ain't nobody answering
Wrap
my
it up.
question.
No,
Wrap
no,
it up
So
then.
I actually, I'm
no, no,
gonna
no, no. But
your
I do
question.
want to ask Nick this one question though. Do you
Yo,
feel
bro, you
like
ain't no, yeah, bro, bro. Answer my question, bro.
okay? What's up?
So, Gege, everybody formed their opinion around Gege started writing L chapters around when.
L
The
chapters.
L
color game.
chapters. I mean, I
If you
didn't think
go,
it's really L chapters. I just think people just think the patience kind of off. I don't think it's really like L
if you
chapters.
go strong through Sendai.
Exactly, and
After
that's at
Sendai,
least 210, right?
no,
What's that?
no, that's not even 190, gang.
Like
That's
180? One?
maybe. I think it's 185.
Sendai is early, right? Like beginning of color.
Because you get Tokyo
Nah.
1, Tokyo 2, then Sendai. Remember, that's when we went to see JJK.
Yeah.
That was it was remember the Utah chapter and the three-way domain expansion and
Yeah,
the volume 0 dropped the same day.
yeah.
But
That wasn't even 200 yet.
no, 200 was Maki when she was.
Oh yeah, facts. Even that shit was cool until they brought, until they did my boy Naoya dirty. But
Yeah, up until her card came, though, everything was really smooth.
But
But y'all didn't like Picard?
I mean, I
I know.
loved it.
Yeah, I know you
I
did.
liked
That
it.
was
I
But
fuck
good.
with it. I
as
fucked
far as
with
the
it.
general
Like
public, people
that's
weren't
that's when
really
like
feeling
they
his
started getting
whatever it
kind
is.
of
Yeah.
Yeah.
iffy.
Like my
But
brain is not working.
we
Come
was
on,
like,
man.
damn, bro. Like we was getting like you know how like even with this, we got chapters of
For sure.
Kenjaku. Chapter. I mean, in this chapter we got Kenjaku, Sukuna, and the gang. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But we was getting Kashimo and Hikari, bro. It was like every week it was just them.
Yeah. Where is Kashima? Have we seen him?
But no, we
That's
haven't
the
seen him.
problem.
We don't know.
Where's anybody?
We don't know what
Like,
happened to nobody. Where's Mew? Wait,
no.
well, where's not Miwa? Where's
We seen her.
what's her name? One domain shorty.
Miwa.
Yeah. Oh, and Miwa.
Super
Yeah.
Domain.
Where's she at? I didn't see her in the thing.
She was in the
Nah, she
room.
was a
She
she
was
She's
in
in
the
the
room.
panels.
she was
Okay.
Yeah, she was in the room in
she was
220
a
at least.
she was like right here.
Okay.
She was in the back.
Okay. Yeah, she ain't on nothing. Oh wait, is that Higuruma right there?
Yeah, he's in the back.
Oh,
Where?
that is Higuruma.
I said Higuruma's there,
Yeah,
bro.
he's behind this nigga.
Yo, what is yo? He's sitting there. Oh, I'm sick of this nigga. He going to sneak him in there. Not
It
come
did
on.
not say anything. Hey, no, but
That's
hey,
what I was trying to figure out. So who is this? Who is this? Who like
Who
the
is who?
Sig?
wasn't
That's
that the
Shoko.
wasn't that the shorty? That was
Yeah,
That's
the
Shoko.
That's Shoko, right?
Yeah, that's Shoko. It showed May May in the back with her back
Why she
turned.
smiling? That's the problem. We ain't
That's
never
what
seen
I'm
her
saying.
smile.
It threw me off, bro. I'm like, I ain't never
Bro, cause
seen
that
this
ain't
before.
cause that ain't Gojo, bro.
Oh, I just chewed.
but
She
Cause
said,
that's not
She said,
Gojo.
"Hey,
All of them acting
hey,
different,
man."
bro.
She said, "Long my bestie ain't gonna die. We good, man. Y'all boys take
"Wow,
care."
but I mean, if I'm gonna give my honest opinion, I don't think Gay fell off, but like the pacing is kind of a little off. But I will say this, Nick, I like that you stay 10 toes down, but will you if you really start what will make you think that Gay really kind of folded? Like,
Nothing.
can he do nothing
Nothing.
wrong?
Nothing.
Uh,
Nothing, bro.
Ignorant is bliss, right?
It's not even ignorance, bro. It's just like
bro, you have to take a
I
long ass
enjoy it. Like
hiatus."
honestly, bro, you would have to legit make the last chapter be like utterly dumb for me to be like, all right, I don't like this at all.
Okay, okay.
What if it was like, oh, it's just a dream. None of this shit was real.
All right, it was
I
friendship.
would, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad at that point. I'd be like, you
Yo,
know what? Fuck it.
it's just Kenjaku was in the asylum or some shit,
Gojo's
some
like,
crazy shit.
let's all be friends at the end of the day. We don't have to do this
Friend
curse shit.
practice, not a game.
But I can imagine seeing leaks of "Give it your best shot." Yeah, I got this. Pissing you off. I could imagine just seeing that and being mad. Yo, what's going
For
on?
me,
My mom. That's why you can't be reading them joints, man. You gotta read the whole chapter.
Yeah.
hell yeah,
All right, man. I just want to thank everybody for coming through. It was a good session.
hell yeah.
JJK. Thank you everybody for coming through, who came through. We love y'all. Appreciate your support. Happy Mother's Day to
Happy Mother's Day to y'all,
uh,
mamas,
mamas as well.
aunties,
Hey, keep
grandmas.
posting the mamas too.
Waifus.
Keep
Yes.
posting
Yeah,
the
facts.
mamas on
Keep
Instagram.
keep posting y'all mom.
Hey, where your mom's at?
Spice Mom?
Where your mama? Your mom.
I'm up to no
Nah,
good.
but
Oh, I'm up to no good. I got the light in the real, really do.
But yeah, any last arguments y'all had or anything
ah,
for the chapter?
Uh,
Gucci.
Real quick, what was your rating for the chapter, everyone, real quick?
I give it a smooth
Six,
8.
7.
7. Taj?
Damn,
6.
damn.
Phil?
I get an 8. Bro. That shit was
I
cool.
give it a 5. I give it a 5.
Ooh,
I'm a little iffy
damn.
on this shit, but we'll see. We'll see how Gege go crazy next chapter.
This
But
is why you read ahead of time.
Eh, no, I learned it loud with y'all though. Like, I mean, I don't know, but yeah. Stay tuned. We're gonna try to make this a more consistent thing on the pod, on the channel. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Stay tuned this week. We have episode should be out this week. We have a very special episode coming out soon, and we're gonna have a couple other things as far as content on the channel as well. But thank you guys, man. We love you guys so much. Have a happy Mother's Day, and we'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Later, game.
Peace, peace, peace.
Ooh.